Welcome to Meeple Mentor Reviews. I'm Jared, and with me is Holly, and we're going to talk about the game Wormholes that just came out and is just brand new from AEG. We got this from a friend to play with for a little while, and we played mini games because this game was a lot of fun. I enjoyed it immensely, and as soon as I had played it at my buddy's place, I said, let me borrow this. Holly's going to love it. And essentially, it's a pick up and deliver game. You know, you go to planets with your ship, and when you're next to a planet, which, you know, you got these tiles that are laid out in various random positions, but you always start at the spaceship. When you're next to a planet, you can pick up cards, and those cards are basically, they act as passengers, and their destination is some planet somewhere. And if it's the planet you just picked up that, you know, you're at, then you can just drop it, and that'll be points. Mm-hmm. Otherwise, you're going to have to start moving around space and deliver them to the planets they're going to. Essentially, that's the game. And then you play until, like, the cards run out, or I believe all the planets have been explored, something like that.
Something of that, I think until all the wormholes are formed, maybe?
Yeah.
I can't really remember.
So the big part of this, what makes it unique and interesting, are the wormholes. Essentially, you're talking like, if you've played the video game Portal, they're portals. You know, you drop a wormhole, and then you place another wormhole later, and now you can warp between them for a free move. So you can get across the map and back really quickly. What do you think about the gameplay of Wormholes?
I really enjoyed it. At first, I didn't see the necessity of having a wormhole beginning 2 spaces away from the end of one, but it is necessary. Mm-hmm. It's very pretty. I love the art. I'm a space nerd, so I really
space planets,
oh my gosh, it's gorgeous. But I really like the theory of the wormholes too. It's very thematic. Mm-hmm. I like it.
The gameplay and the theme match really well.
They really do.
This game.
And yeah, they use science a little, and it's great. I like it a lot.
So I noticed that there were several strategies that people tended to use in Wormholes, and one was just to like create a wormhole and then move somewhere, make another one, and then just that's their path there, and then they'll move on just regular movement, do another wormhole, and then another one somewhere else, and they're just kind of like pieced around various places. So they're always out, but it's hard to get back to the space station, which basically the reason why you want to get back to the station is you can draw from the discard pile at the station. Yeah, other than that, you're just being able to like pick up cards wherever you are at and deliver somewhere else. Mm-hmm. But the other strategy that I saw that was picked up on by other players really quickly was kind of daisy chaining the wormholes together. Mm-hmm. So they're like, the end of one is adjacent to the next one, and then that one goes out a few, ways, and then that starts another wormhole that it goes somewhere else. So I found that got you across the map even faster, because then the only move points you need are the one to go to the next wormhole, free move, 1 point for wormhole, free move, another move for a wormhole, right, free move. And so the daisy chaining aspect is cool. And when more players are doing it that way, the cool thing with this is the interaction of players. If she's making wormholes, I can go and use those, and she gets points for that.
Right.
So I basically have to make the decision, how important is it for me to waste time getting across space, or give her a point to just use one she's already made. And in most cases, just using theirs is a better trade.
It is, yeah.
I think, and that's by design, because it's the name of the game, and they want you and encourage you just through the gameplay to be able to use yours and others' wormholes like as often as possible.
Yes.
And I think that's cool. And sci-fi wise, it's a lot of fun just to be able to say like, ooh, sweet, now I get a free go over here, and I'm like through space, and now I'm next to a planet that I was next to before.
Yeah.
But essentially, it's a simple kind of game.
It really
is. Just your movement is fast paced if you set up the wormholes correctly around the map. I feel like it has a lot of replayability to it.
I do too.
especially because it should play well at any player count, and the tiles that come out are arranged in a different pattern every time you play. So the obstacles and the paths and whatever are always going to be unique. And the interaction is always going to be a part of the game. Like, there's not a way that you can play it without, just trying to ignore other players. It's really not possible.
Right.
Like, you're always at a decision point of, if I make this, they could, get a fast track to where they're going, or should I use theirs because that's going to fast track me where I'm going?
Right.
All of which can help speed up the game. And do you really want the game sped up faster, or are you trying to slow it down because you're a long ways off from where you're trying to get? So it has some good strategy to it, but it's still, I would consider, a fairly lightweight game.
Yeah.
It's a pretty small box. I mean, you can take it with you to game night pretty easily. Mm-hmm. Fits in most bags, I guess.
Yeah.
Any final thoughts on Wormholes?
It's just great.
It's just great.
I really love the color scheme too. Yeah. It's very visually pleasing.
It looks good. And it's fun.
It's a lot of fun.
What else do you want from a game?
Right.
So yeah, those are our thoughts on Wormholes. I've been Jared.
I'm Holly.
See you next time.